Today I'm going to be deleting the sunroof on my lovely E30 here. It's kind of a piece of crap, but it's to drive. It's a cool car to drive, so I don't really care about it, but you can see it has a sunroof. We're deleting it for free. You may be asking yourself, why don't you just fix the sunroof? Well, there's two reasons for that. Number one, all of the drains are messed up and they leak very badly. You can tell because of how moldy the back seat is. And I mean, everything else. I cleaned this obviously so I could sit there, but like, these are my pants from leaning against the seat. So, number two, I hate sunroofs. Number three, I hate sunroofs. Number four, you guessed it, it leaks. So we're gonna weld it closed. And also, I mean, this car's kind of crappy already. It's just the car to be driven. It's not like it matters, you know? So, I mean, it kind of matters a little, but I just want it to be watertight and not moldy and not make my throat feel like there's hair growing in it whenever I sit inside of it. To get the sunroof out, what you need to do, first of all, this is the shade inside. There's these clips right here. They clip into the sunroof panel up there. And if you just run it about halfway back, probably to like here, you can get a flathead in there and pop these down. And then you have to pull the sunroof all the way closed, and then you can pull this down and shove it back in there on its own like that. And then you have the bottom of this panel exposed, and there are 3 Torx screws on each side. You can see 1, 2, 3, and then 3 on this side. This one was all broken and messed up. So this sunroof is getting a weld job. We're gonna take this gasket off and set the sunroof panel in place and probably weld around the corners and like a stitch in the middle, and then seam seal it, and then body fill it, and then paint over it, and then it won't have a sunroof anymore. So here's how she looks. Sunroof deleted. It's closed. Now, this is gonna be the final result. I'm gonna clean the track out so it doesn't rust or get nasty. And then she's just gonna be the sunshade closed forever, sunroof welded shut, roof filled up, painted up. Will I get the matching color? No. Maybe. I don't know. I'll get black and let the car get a little dirty, and then it'll look fine. But I'm gonna fix this rust spot as well. And these ones back here, because they're in the fill-in zone. So yeah, this was the issue. This was broken. Didn't work. Cable was messed up. But I don't care. I literally opened this one time. I've had this car for years. I opened the sunroof once because I didn't drive it for a long time. Saw that it was full of mold, wanted it to air out. And then, you know, I opened it, opened great, closed it, wouldn't close. So now she's getting deleted. It should have behaved. It didn't listen. And that's its fault, not mine. It's all prepped up. I got all the windows covered except this one because I ran out of blankets. But this is the only one that rolls down. Look at that nice uninhibited factory color, brand new in there. Clean, nice and clean. So now I'm gonna grind around the perimeter of this and then the perimeter of the sunroof panel, and then get it lined up, get some filler rod to fill the gap, and we're gonna weld it with the TIG machine over there, and then it'll be good to go. So technically this is free. You just need to have a welder. So we're grinding the paint down so we can weld to it. There's a hole here from the rust. That sucks, but nothing little seam sealer and body filler can't fix. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be watertight, because the car's made to drive, not made to make perfect. Are you serious? Yeah, the battery's dead. Well, we're gonna get an angle grinder that you can plug into the wall so that doesn't happen anymore. I was trying to TIG weld this, and it's not really working out great. That side has a much better gap than this side. My logic with that is I see that side, I don't see this side. So if the body filler's better over there and it's more flat over there, I won't notice. Just put the ground on. Don't break the, yeah. Will that be sufficient?
I don't know.
Here, let's find out. Take that.
I hope it works. We're gonna try it the Chinese Facebook video way. And if it doesn't work, it's just gonna be Tax City. Oh. It arced.
Eyes.
Did it work? Oh my god, it worked. Is it gonna hold up?
That is probably not gonna hold up.
It's level now. Is it good? No, it's very bad. I think you might have cut it to an extreme. Well, I let go of it while it was burning and it fell down. Well, nothing a little body filler can't fix. Well, we're gonna grind this down and see if this is a worthwhile pursuit. You see this is booged all in. So we're basically installing a bird bath in the roof of my car, pretty much. I'm starting to feel like this isn't a worthwhile pursuit, to be honest. But we're committed because I've already ruined my vehicle. And ground the paint off.
This is gonna take a lot of grinding.
I don't think this is gonna fit. I don't think this is gonna stick. Oh.
Dude, that's sticking. She's stuck. Stuck like glue. So now if I just weld from there to like here, and then do that on the other four corners, it'll be good. Yeah, dude. Holes in the roof.
That worked pretty good, dude. The Chinese Facebook page method worked really nicely. You're puffing it out like you're in the goddamn opium house. You're in the opium house in Hell on Wheels.
Hotbox the car.
Puffing it out. Yeah, dude, the Chinese man welder method works great. I'm using this method from now on. So we'll just zap her in right here. Okay, maybe we'll let it cool down a little, because I just burnt a hole in the roof. I think the roof's a little rusty.
Maybe you should let it cool down.
All right, we'll let it cool down. We'll take a break. We'll take a break. Shiesty man is leaving me. I got 50% done. This is done. That side's done. I didn't do that corner because it's got a giant gap, but I mean, that's pretty solid. This side I fit up really good right here. I'm gonna have to grind that down. I'll probably continue this weld out to there once we're done using that as a ground. And then I'll do like, you know, the same 4 or 5 inches up here. And then same with over there. I'll probably connect that to that and then maybe go all the way out to the corner. And then it should be pretty solid. I mean, it's pretty solid right now. For the roof, it's all welded in. It's pretty sturdy. It's ground down. Now I'm gonna fill this with seam sealer all the way around, and then do a lot of body filler work. If I was more patient, probably wouldn't have giant divots in this, but this side's pretty good. It's a little wavy at the back there. The other side though is quite terrible. This side, not so good. I also didn't do a good job vacuuming this side off, clearly. Yeah, but you can see I went a little crazy welding it right here, and that stretched the roof. So we're gonna have to do a little body filler action there and there, along with all the way around the perimeter after the seam sealer's dry. So what I'm gonna do is vacuum the rest of these metal shavings off and wipe the roof down and seam seal this up. I'm also gonna fill this rust hole with seam sealer right here. And then after that, I'll sand the whole thing and then body fill it. And then hopefully it'll look normal, or it'll look terrible. It's ground down, I already showed you that. Now we're gonna wipe it down with some acetone and then seam seal this giant canyon up here. I tried to vacuum all the metal shavings out that fell down in the crack from grinding it all smooth, but that didn't really work. So it's just gonna be permanently full of metal shavings, and that's okay because I just don't care. I'm gonna clean the gap where I can. Oh my God, that's terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna clean the gap where I can, because it's pretty nasty. Emphasis on where I can, because the other side is butted together like nobody's business. Oh, let me use this Volkswagen EGR to beat the screwdriver into the tube of seam sealer, because I don't know where a hammer is. Okay, that should be sufficient. This was the cheapest seam sealer that you could buy on Amazon. It says seam sealer on it, so that's how you know it's really, really good. I forgot the body spreader, so we're just gonna freehand this. I'll do a little test shot right here. I can't see it coming out. Is it coming out? This caulk gun's really crappy. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I think I'm definitely gonna need that body spreader. I'm just seam sealing it up. You're gonna film it like the stance edit? Maybe that'd be kind of funny.
What does that mean?
Like cinematic. Oh, dude, there's a piece of paper towel. Oh, that's your cardboard.
Nah, that wasn't me.
The seam sealer's dry. Shiesty man's not here to film, so I'm gonna sand this and I'm gonna paint it, and then I'm gonna start the body filler work. I'm just gonna scuff up the areas that need it, and like over here, and then we'll go from there. This is quite sticky, so it feels like it's pretty low. So it should be good, I think. Got it all sanded. It's as smooth as it's gonna get. I cleaned it. I'm gonna paint it with this Quick Color Walmart black paint because I don't have any primer, and I'm not buying any because this is supposed to be free, and I already have that. And we're gonna use this as a test to see if that black matches this black or whatnot. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to let it dry. Then I'm gonna sand it again, and then I'm gonna Bondo up these stretch marks that I caused here. Whoopsies. The cheapest seam sealer on Amazon never dries, apparently. It's always sticky. It's been 3 days. Maybe don't buy that one. So you may be asking yourself, why is this sanded down? The answer to that is because body filler doesn't stick to seam sealer. So now it's down to where the seam sealer's just in the crack, and the body filler will go over the top, and hopefully that'll be good enough. Well, if not, that really sucks, and I'll probably just park the car back in the woods and let it continue to rot. Well, you can see the first layer of body fillers on. That may look like a lot, but it's gonna get sanded down, and then it'll probably have to be redone, because you can still kind of see there's a little wave right there. This one is pretty full. The other side, I don't know, I haven't inspected it. The Shiesty man did it, so we'll see if it's good or bad. Oh, it actually looks okay. I've gone through a lot to get to this point, but it's finally ready to be painted. I will still be using the Quick Color Walmart paint because that's all I have, and it matched kind of good. So to recap, I welded it shut, seam sealed it, realized that seam sealer never really dries like hard, I guess, and you can't body fill over it according to the internet. So I took all the seam sealer off except for what was in the crack itself. So the sunroof, like where it's not been welded because it was stitch welded, it's filled, and then body fill over that, and then sand it. And it's been like three times of fill, sand to get all of the little imperfections. And I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty smooth. I want to limit how much I touch it because I just cleaned it with the acetone rag. I got this piece of trim off a parts car and put it on because I was bored waiting on the body filler to dry. But I mean, it's pretty good. It's really quite good. Now, I'm not going to mask anything because I kind of want it to blend in with the rest of the black paint. So I'm hopeful that that method works. And then if it gets any overspray, like on the windshield or the trim, you know, I'll just clean it off with some acetone. But here goes nothing. I'm going to paint it. We're going to see what happens. Hopefully it comes out good. Here's the final product of the sunroof delete. As you can see, you can clearly tell that it was spray painted, but it looks worse on camera than it does in real life. It's not so bad. You can see there's a little bit of a sanding error there, and it could probably use a little more paint, but I'm going to leave it as is for now because I don't want to go too crazy on it, because I might want to fix this little spot right here where it didn't get sanded well. And there's a low spot right there. We'll see. But if I'm standing here, looks okay. It's very noticeable on camera. It's not very noticeable like in real life. Like if I'm standing right here, it looks completely normal. And once the roof gets dirty again, like this paint, it'll be just fine. So I'm gonna wash the whole car, then it'll get dirty naturally, and then this will all be blended in perfect. But man, it's a slick top and it's relatively smooth. I'm really satisfied with this. If I would have put in a lot more effort and sanded with something more gentle than 80 grit, after the 80 grit, this would probably be just as smooth as this. And then got the right paint, you know, it would have been pretty good, but I'm satisfied with it. It really doesn't look too bad. I'm looking at it from right here. It looks perfectly fine. I'll take it. I would rather have that than have water pouring on my left thigh out of the sunroof whenever I drive. But that's it. That's the sunroof delete. It worked really well. Theoretically, this could work with any car with a metal sunroof. All you really need is a welder. And you could use a cheaper welder, you know. You could use like a Harbor Freight flux core welder. You just need to be more careful than I was. And like, we had these wet diapers here and stuck them up in underneath where I was welding. You can see because of all the burn marks on it. But I wet those reusable diapers and stuck them in the crack in between the sunroof and the headliner to protect it from sparks. So if you're a little more careful than I was and maybe, you know, do the whole perimeter with wet rags, Your car might not even smell like fire inside. It might not even smell like welding inside. That's it for this though. I'm really satisfied with how it turned out. I really like this car and I'm really pleased with the end result.